We want to tell you, I think it's very important of our people. On behalf of our Executive Secretary, His Excellency Dr. Worgane Gabayehu, and on my behalf and on all of our IGAD team, let me on the outset thank the people and the government of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia for an excellent organization of this summit and for a gracious welcome. As you all know, Ethiopia is a founding member of IGAD and has invested a lot of energy, blood and treasure in the peace and security in the region, and has participated in many of our endeavors, whether it is in social affairs, in health, in drought resilience, in all of our affairs. So we are very grateful for that. Let me take this opportunity also to thank our ministers who have really graced us with their presence. This event is very important for us, so their presence and their participation is very important. As you all know, soil is the foundation of agriculture, and fertilizer is a vital input to sustain its productivity. Yet our region continues to face challenges of social degradation. And this is also compounded by the effects of climate change, as you all know. So these challenges of degradation of various forms limit access to quality fertilizers, extension services, and climate shocks that exacerbate the negative impact of soil degradation. So we are hoping that today, through our deliberations and through the consultations of our member state ministers, we will address this issue. Therefore, recognizing the importance and the timeliness of the Africa Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit Declaration of May 2024, the African Fertilizer and Social Action Plan has been announced. The social initiative framework, the IGAD has been tasked and has been engaged in extensive process of consultations with our technical teams at the ministries to come up with the buy-in and the declarations that we hope our ministers will be able to adopt. The establishment of this fertilizer and social health hub reflects IGAD's commitment to providing a regional platform for policy harmonization, knowledge sharing, coordination, and innovation. Of course, much of the technical work is done by technical departments, scientists, and practitioners at the member state level. But the role of IGAD is to coordinate, because many of the impacts that happen, especially to watershed areas, valleys, agricultural valleys, cross borders. So it's not an issue that can be addressed member state by member state level. And IGAD, therefore, strives to bring a common voice so that we have an approach to address this as one. The other one, of course, is it is much more efficient and much more productive in our engagements to speak with one voice in engaging our partners in resource mobilization. Yesterday, we had a very big initiative here on climate financing. Therefore, where much of this money needs to go is into soil health, soil improvement, water quality. Therefore, IGAD can present a platform for member states to speak in one voice. Therefore, through this hub, we aspire to empower our farmers with better tools and knowledge, while also supporting governments formulate enabling policies and building partnerships. Building resilience within food systems is a strategic imperative. It's not something that we can do project by project or ad hoc whenever problems arise. Therefore, it's very important that we formulate a vision, a strategic vision that will take the long view. And that is why we are grateful for the participation, for the wisdom, and for the input of our ministers and also all of you professionals, stakeholders, practitioners. Let me conclude by thanking you all for this participation. This is an initiative that needs to get a buy-in and involvement from all of you. It's not a policy that will start and end with big offices at the ministry level or at fancy summits. It is something that needs to go so that farmers can have productive agriculture. I look forward to an extensive deliberation. And finally, I want to thank yet again our ministers and our participants. And I take this opportunity to launch this off so that we can have this process. Thank you very much. Welcome.
A better appreciation for the deputies. Yes, thank you very much. We are so honored to be hosted by by Ethiopia, and so we want to welcome the representative of the host country, Professor Eyasu Elias. He is the State Minister for Natural Resources here in the Federal Republic of Ethiopia.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks. Your Excellency, Deputy Executive Secretary Mohammed Wer, Excellencies, Ministers, heads of delegation, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to your city, Addis Ababa, the beautiful city, and welcome to this second Africa Climate Summit. And this is the greeting I'm passing it to you on behalf of the government of Ethiopia. It is my great honor to welcome you all to this important ministerial gathering under the framework of IGAD Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub. This meeting builds upon the African Union's 2024 Fertilizer and Soil Health Declaration and provides us with unique opportunity to deliberate on how best to restore degraded soils, safeguard our natural resources, and reinforce the resilience of our food systems. Ethiopia has long recognized the growth in agriculture that is accounting over 32% of our GDP. It rests firmly on the foundation of healthy soils. Yet declining soil fertility has remained a major bottleneck to achieving food self-sufficiency in this country. Cognizant of this challenge, Ethiopia has consistently demonstrated a strong commitment to agriculture sector in accordance to IGAD framework, dedicating 15% of public expenditure to the sector. Central to this strategy has been increasing the volume of imports and ensuring fertilizer availability, coupled with improved seed systems, extension services, and watershed restoration. Over the past decades, and in accordance with the Abuja Declaration, increasing the levels of fertilizer use has achieved from average of 8 kg and per hectare at the time of Abuja Declaration to an average of at least 50 kg and per hectare by 2015. Doing this, Ethiopia has increased fertilizer imports just about 250,000 or 2,500 tons per year pre-Abuja period to more than 20 million quintals by 23-24, nearly 300% increase. Expanded fertilizer use among smallholder farmers also achieved from 39% in 2010 to 96% in 2023-24. Fertilizer rate of application more than doubled from 78 kg urea per hectare to 136 kg urea per hectare. And this is achieved by 2023. So fertilizer nutrient application rate has raised from 36 kgN per hectare in 2005 to 88 kgN per hectare. So we have long passing the Abuja target of 50 kgN per hectare. As a result, productivity of cereals has more than doubled. Wheat yields rose from mere 1.5 ton per hectare in 2006 to 3.6 ton per hectare, very close to the world average. And while maize yields grew from 1.7 tons to 4.2 tons. And this is allied with improved seed irrigation. And Ethiopia has achieved a historic milestone of self-sufficiency in wheat production and eliminating imports since 2023. That's a kind of history in this country. And many African countries, I would think, will learn from these achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, looking ahead, Ethiopia has developed a national fertilizer and soil health roadmap fully aligned with IGAD's regional framework. This roadmap prioritizes expanded access of fertilizers, sustainable soil management, and building of climate-resilient food systems. We reaffirm Ethiopia's full commitment to its implementation and to closely working with the IGAD and all member states. We view this meeting as a decisive opportunity to align our regional actions, mobilize resources, and deliver tangible results for farmers and communities across the Horn of Africa. I therefore call upon all stakeholders, governments, the private sector, and our development partners to join hands in restoring Africa's soils, boosting productivity, strengthening food systems, and resilience. The establishment of the IGAD Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub as a consortium of experts marks a turning point. It provides a platform for developing and implementing a roadmap tailored to our region's realities, while contributing to the continental fertilizer and soil health initiatives. Ethiopia stands ready to play its pivotal role with full commitment, forward-looking deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency State Minister. Our deliberations over the past to present the IGAD Fertilizer Soil Health Hub draft communique, His Excellency Very good. Okay, I've been advised that we'll first of all listen to words from the other statements. Your Excellencies, you can speak from where you are so that you all don't have to come here. And if it is okay, I think we'll start with, should we start with Djibouti? Okay, and Uganda, because
with respect, give the microphone, one microphone there. Let me give the floor to His Excellency, the State Minister from Uganda. You have the floor.
Excellencies, colleague ministers, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the government and the people of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. I'm known by the names Fred Bwino Chakulaga. I'm the Minister of State for Agriculture, Republic of Uganda. First of all, Uganda congratulates the IGAD Secretariat upon acting in record time on the ministerial directive of December 2024 to establish a fertilizer and soil health hub. This is a significant step for the security and overall food systems transformation in the IGAD region. As we gather here today, Uganda welcomes the establishment framework proposed by the Secretariat, as well as the communique prepared by the senior technical officers, and Uganda remains firmly committed to being an active participant in the domestication and implementation of the plans contained in this plan. Going forward, the focus of Uganda will be on translating these high-level commitments into tangible actions that benefit the last-mile farmer and the agri-food system generally. However, I urge us all to recognize that the issues we are dealing with are not isolated, but are interconnected with other similar efforts at regional, continental, and global level. In this spirit, we should encourage a collaborative approach with various partners at national, regional, and international levels to support IGAD goals. A multifaceted approach involving various contributors will certainly lead to success. Technical officers.
Now go to Somalia. We'll move to Somalia.
Good morning, everyone, to excellencies and ministers here. I am very pleased to be participating in this discussion on soil and fertilizer and the establishment of the soil fertilizer hub. I want to pay tribute to IGAD for this enormous effort to establish a regional soil and fertilizer hub, and we welcome as Somalia the establishment of the hub. We are pleased equally to
Thank you. We will now move to South Sudan.
Thank you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols remain observed. The Republic of South Sudan joins fellow IGAD member states in endorsing the establishment of the IGAD Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub. This flagship regional platform, aligned with the outcomes of the African Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit, which was held in May 2024 in Nairobi, Kenya, and the subsequent adoption of the African Union's 10-year African Plan, is a critical mechanism to coordinate action on soil restoration, sustainable fertilizer use, and agricultural transformation. For South Sudan, where agriculture supports 78% of the population, the hub offers a timely opportunity to address pressing challenges of declining soil health, low productivity, and chronic food insecurity. It will be instrumental in aligning national policies with these continental frameworks, strengthening capacity, mobilizing resources, and scaling up integrated soil fertility management. Anchored in this regional commitment, the hub will drive evidence-based decision-making, improve soil information systems, and foster climate-resilient food systems. As a concrete priority, South Sudan commits to the establishment of a modern soil analysis lab by 2026, as outlined in our National Agricultural Investment Plan. This will guide targeted interventions and support our transition towards climate-smart, sustainable agriculture to boost productivity, reduce environmental impacts, and secure food and nutrition security for the people of South Sudan. South Sudan reaffirms its full commitment, as per IGAD Assembly of Ministers of Agriculture Directive, to localize the 10-year action plan and actively participate in the hub to achieve our shared goals of agricultural prosperity and resilience. Thank you.
Wonderful. We will now move to Djibouti.
Thank you very much. And Executive Secretary of IGAD, Minister of Agriculture of IGAD region, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathering here today to take a decisive toward building a more resilient, sustainable and super-rich agriculture future for our region by approving the creation of the IGAD Fertilizer and the Soil Health Center. We are more just adducing and the technical document together. We are charting, of course, toward a structural formation of our production system, starting from the very foundation of the all agriculture life, the fertilizer and the health of our soil. For Djibouti, the center of strategic opportunity, our arid soil subject to erosion, salinization and overgrazing require collective response. Thanks for this center will be able to better collaborate our fertilizer import analysis and response of soil and the different input development, share the basis and the support our agriculturing reliable scientific data. Thank you very much.
We now want to move to Kenya.
Thank you, and thank you, and good morning, everyone. My name is Hezgi Kanga. I'm a technical advisor to. My name is Hezgi Kanga. I'm a technical advisor to the Minister for Agriculture in Nairobi, Senator Mutai. Authority in Kenya that is handling matters to do with fertilizer. And we were honored to host the 2024 Africa Fertilizer Summit, and we've taken up some of the call to action. For example, we have drafted the National Strategic Fertilizer Implementation and Action Plan through the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, and I'm happy to see Dr. David Golicha here and colleagues
thank you for a job well done. Apart from that, we have also then launched late last year, the National Agroecology Strategy for Food Systems Transformation, 2024 to 2033. We also had the year before the Agricultural Soil Management Policy in 2023. There are some of the challenges, I'll address some of the challenges that we have foreseen apart from what has been said here, is the lack of information on soil testing. There is very little soil testing that has gone on in the country. So when farmers use fertilizer, they don't know what fertilizer to use, when, how, and how much. We are addressing that through a number of initiatives, and we have registered close to 7 million farmers in the database with their coordinates, and we are cleaning up that data. So we are working from a point of not knowing to a point of knowing using analytics, and also to deliver the government subsidy programs, especially on fertilizer, to the last mile using this platform. The learnings we have had that, and as government gets out of the business of purchasing fertilizer for the farmers themselves, from this season and next, from the short range and next season, we are expecting the private sector to come in and fill in that gap. The second challenge is the lack of information and education and awareness among farmers. This could be because of the age of the farmer, 50, 60 years. We need to incentivize a lot of the younger people to get into agriculture, but it needs to be cool. It needs to be appealing. It needs to make economic sense to them. It cannot be business as usual for them. It needs to make economic sense. So we also partnered with our Agricultural School of Agriculture, 10 campuses, to not only offer long-term courses, 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, but short-term courses, these work for them. That's the last mile. Also working between the county governments and the national governments in delivering value for technology, AI and drones to map out our source, our technology, AI and drones. Build that up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thanks, Excellencies. So now I think on behalf of the member state, Dr. Suge will he will read the communique. Before now we go to signing. Dr. Suge.
Thank you, Dr. Daher. My name is Dr. Suge. I'm soil expert from Djibouti and also Vice President of African Soil Laboratory Network at the FAO. So we, the Ministers of Agriculture, on behalf of the member states of Intergovernmental Authority, convened under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Workne Gebeyu, Executive Secretary of IGAD, gathered in Addis Ababa, Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. And the 90th day of September in the year 2025, on the margins of the second Africa Climate Summit, for the solemn purpose of endorsing the establishment of the IGAD Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub, reorganizing that one of the main goals of IGAD is to enhance agri-food systems resilience in the region, further organizing the urgent need to address the severe soil degradation, which threaten agricultural productivity, food, recalling the Africa Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit, the Nairobi Declaration of 19 May 2024, its 10-year action plan, and the Soil Initiative for Africa frameworks, reaffirming our alignment with and commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals 2030, the African Union's Agenda 2063, the Kampala CEADB Declaration for Building Resilience and Sustainable Agri-Food Systems in Africa 2025, and the outcomes of the UN Food Systems Summit 2021. Welcoming the recommendation of the IGAD Ministers of Agriculture, their communique and endorsement of IGAD food and nutrition security strategy 25 to 25. And then in December 2024, which directed the IGAD Secretariat to establish the Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub. We hereby adopt the establishment document and the implementation plan of the IGAD Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub as a guiding framework for coordinated regional action and fertilizers use and soil health management. Reaffirm our commitment to the vision IGAD region soils are healthy and fertilizer data-driven information systems and resource mobilizations across IGAD member states, thereby improving soil health. Number one, policy and advocacy support. Number two, capacity strengthening. Number three, soil information systems and integrated soil fertility management practices. Number four, research and innovation. Number five, markets, trade and supply chains. And the last one, number six, resource mobilization and partnership. Mandate the IGAD Secretariat to lead and management the hub with responsibility for operationalization, coordination, administration, monitoring, and evaluation and training. Urge member states to domesticate and align national policies with the regional framework. Commit resources, both financial and technical, towards the hub's establishment and operations. Actively participate in knowledge sharing, data provision, and implementation of fertilizer and soil health